because these brackets could be a nightmare to kind of get them aligned. We're trying to do everything right and make it look like a proper, like full respray. More footage if you want. Yeah, what's up now? Just masking up the van to do the door shuts, because you can see we've Raptored the majority of the outside of the van, but we're going to have this green continue on into here, and we're going to have the grey continue on inside here. So the doors are going to be completely green. We've masked up here because we're doing the two-tone, so we're doing two colours. We're learning with Raptor because our paint guy hasn't used that before, but he says it's been a joy actually learning how to spray it with Raptor, because it's slightly different to two-pack paint. But we're just learning about the colour matching and also the pattern. So if you can see, like the green, I don't know whether you can get a close up of that. Like the green is like, that's the kind of look. You know, it doesn't have to look uniform. Like the more rugged it looks, the better. We're spraying up even behind the lights. We're trying to get Raptor absolutely everywhere we can and everywhere where you can see, because we're trying to protect it, one, from any rust coming back. We want to give it that really hard, rugged finish. We've just got a few like finishing touches around where the hinges are. We can then get those doors back on. We're going to be replacing the rubber seals, things like this that we can't foresee. Like when we looked underneath the van, we didn't know that this step was going to be that rotten. So we'll be replacing that. This is Jacob. He is my best Polish friend in the world. He's probably my only Polish friend in the world. Probably actually my only friend in the whole wide world. He likes me, and he keeps coming back to help me, so it must be good.
Be something.
Yeah, it's our bond. Jakob, do you think it'll be easier to unscrew it there and put it back on, or there?
Like you get also better coverage.
Okay.
It's easier to take this one.
And the reason I'm using a small one as well is because I've lost my other one. My other 13mm ratchet bit. What we're going to have to do is get somebody to support it from this side, somebody to support it from that side. I'm going to whip these off, and then we can carry the bonnet off. So, as you can see, we've now removed the bonnet. We haven't removed the brackets here because these brackets could be a nightmare to kind of get them aligned. So where it's going to go back down the same way as it went on. Jacob's going to spray the underneath, so it looks a lot more professional finish. So we're trying to do everything right and make it look like a proper, like full respray. Need to finish masking up the doors, so I'm going to do that now. Hey guys, I hope you're well. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Raptor paint. What's the importance of Raptor paint? Why Raptor paint your van? Well, we're going to summarize that into probably 2 or 3 points. One, because it's as cool as No, I can't swear. One, because it's really cool. One, because it looks really cool. And three, because it looks really cool. So I think a lot of people, they might want to spray their van in Raptor because it will hide a multitude of sins. So if you've got an older van and you're trying to spruce it up, it can be a cheaper way of just getting a covering on your van. So it can be, and I think that's the word I'd like to use, it can be, because in 2-pack paint, when you're painting a van and you want a glossy finish like this van, you've got all the preparation, you've still got that with Raptor. So there's no difference there. When you spray Raptor though, the Raptor goes on so thick that theoretically you can get it in one coat. I think on the Raptor spec sheet, it recommends 2 coats, or even 2 coats or more, to give it that really rugged look. And like I say, it looks really cool. So with the 2-pack paint, you know, I'm not a painter by trade, but what I've seen Jakob do at the Spray Captain, he's kind of educated me, for want of a better word, and that's why I'm sharing with you guys, is the 2-pack paint, the preparation's the same as Raptor, or it should be, because what you're going to want to do is there's any dents, any prangs, any rust. If it's surface rust, we're going to sand that back to bare metal. We're going to put rust converter on it, even if we've cleared all the rust. If it's still pitted a little bit, but there's still strength in the steel, we'll get that rust converter on. We can't avoid rust completely. They're vans, they're metal vans, like they will rust. If we're putting that rust converter on, what that's doing, and the one that we use is a lot of different brands, but we found this was the easiest to apply, and it really did the job. Like you could see it converting that rust and turning it a different colour. So it looked fantastic. We've also learned on the different discs that you can use on your angle grinder to pull back that rust. I ended up buying a disc for, I think it was about £8.50 from Screwfix, and that's been the best thing I bought because it takes rust off like that. It's brilliant. Don't be scared of it. Obviously make sure you're masking up because you're not going to want to be breathing in all that rust. That's not going to be good for you. You want to be using some sort of eye protection as well, because you can also absorb rust through your eyes. So you don't want to be doing that either. So it's a job you can do by yourself, so you can DIY it. That's how we deal with rust. Don't be scared of it, is what I would say. We can deal with it, and deal with it at the start of your van. So deal with it at the start of your van build, because last thing you'd want to do is start uncovering, taking panels off at the end of your van, or especially around the front of your van, and then realise the van's a write-off. You know, if you get underneath the van and there's rust holes everywhere and it's going to cost you £2,500 to fix the van, but the van only costs you £2,500, you're probably not going to want to put a 10, 15, 20 grand conversion into your van. Like the Crafter, and the reason why we Raptored that is we had a lot of paint imperfections, we had a few prangs. We thought, well, why would we respray it in 2-pack paint and get that gloss finish if we could do it in Raptor? If you sand the whole van down, you could just Raptor straight onto the sand coat, because it will adhere to that, basically to anything. But what the recommendation is on the Raptor communities, and what I would recommend you do, is use an epoxy primer. Then you're going to have better adhesion. If you left this as a glossy finish, I'm sorry, my hands are a bit dirty. Just use a cloth. If you use this as a glossy finish, like this, like the paint won't stick to that, so it will just peel off. So if you got a stone chip or something, it would start to peel off. And Jakob, if you use Jakob, he's already told us that, you know, he'll guarantee that paint for 3 years. So if that paint falls off within the next 3 years, he'll fix it. And he's a good dude. He's a great character. We love him to bits and we love working with him. So if you're wanting a Raptor spray job, get in the comments below. We'll get in touch with you, or we'll get Jakob to give you a call. You can go to our Ivea website. You can see previous vans that Jakob's done for us. Like I say, we are offering it as a service. It isn't cheap. Like I say, for an extra long wheelbase van done properly, you know, it is taking us at least 80 to 100 hours to get that van looking good. So all the dints and things like that, we're going to try and take everything out. There may be the odd little dent that we've missed because where lights hit it, we haven't seen it, but basically everything in the van we're going to fix for you. And I think, you know, that's mainly my experience of Raptor paint. Maybe you've got different experience of Raptor paint. Put it in the comments below. Would love to hear from you. And yeah, let's get into it.